Lok Sabha elections in Punjab are just around the corner, and with us are ex-servicemen from Punjab. Since the Agniveer issue has become hot around this time, we'll talk to them and ask them why they are taking such a strong stand and why they are telling people not to vote for the BJP and vote for the Congress instead, and take up the issue of Agniveer around this time. With us is Lieutenant General J.S. Dhaliwal and Brigadier K.S. Kalo. First, Lieutenant General Dhaliwal ji, what makes you come here and speak up on this issue?
Well, we have come here today to come and discuss the issue of Agniveers because we are convinced that this scheme is detrimental to the national security. It is detrimental to the army, and it is also detrimental for the youth of the country. Imagine a person being enrolled for 4 years and thereafter he is left out in the open with no guarantees. Whatever guarantees are there are just verbal. The existing guarantees on paper are not being followed. Therefore, that youth will be a disgruntled person and is likely to go astray, and he may in times to come become a nuisance in the society. Therefore, we must fall back to the original system of recruitment, which is a very stringent method of recruitment. And why should we change it? Is there anything wrong with it? If there is anything wrong with it, by all means change it. If everything is going well, then there is a need to change it. And if at all there was a need to change it, the ideal thing to do was run a small pilot project in a small section of the people, of the army, run it for a few years, evaluate the merits and demerits, bring in whatever to further refine the system, and having refined the system, if you feel that it is better than the existing system, by all means change it. But when the old system has run so well, by that system we have fought the 48 war, we have fought the 62 war, we fought the 65 war, we have given a resounding victory in the 1971 war. So there is a need to change that system.
Brigadier Kalo, you said that there are issues like from the Chinese side, the Indian Army was recruiting the Gorkhas, but now these Gorkhas, they are being recruited by the Chinese side from the Nepal. So if you could just elaborate on that issue also.
Gorkhas, right from the pre-partition days, British time also, even after that, plenty of regiments, plenty of then battalions, go to about 45 battalions. They have been, major part has been coming from Nepali Gorkhas. Now they have stopped after this, totally boycotted this scheme. Now what happens? Nepal, is now China's, they are trying to get closer, even construct some villages and all that around in the border area of Nepal. Of course, Himachal Pradesh so hai here. So what happens? Now they are trying to attract this youth toward them, which will impact our security, because the youth, actually number of meetings have been held by their defense minister and also some services chief. Nepal, they have been going to China. So this is going to be a very big challenge. Firstly, there are large number of lakhs of ex-servicemen in Nepal. They are dependent on us for pension and other things. This was also the main job which was created for their youth in Nepalis. And they are good fighting force. And Jan Manik Shah used to say, he says, अगर किसी को जो डर लगता है तो जो डरता नहीं है उसका कंपैरिजन कर दें तो वो गोरखा है जिसको मौत का डर नहीं है. One point I want to say very prominently, this scheme was launched without due applying their mind, without proper planning, without proper organization, without thinking of consequences. And it showed the impact when it was launched in mid-June on 2020, spontaneous protest all over. Then they suddenly increased the age It was the limit until 21 years. No. Then they increased it 23 for first year because so much. So it showed gradually they kept giving. Abhi hum, this will be reservation. This will be this. So it means it has not been applied. It has been made amply clear by General Ravne, who was chief at that time. He has clearly stated in his book. Look, at that time, the full involvement was not there. It was done in a great hurry and it was done spontaneously and very fast. He was saying, he said so. They were initially offering 20,000 only to Agniveers, which he insisted and made it to 30,000.
Right.
So this scheme is going to affect the youth of the country.